What is up? It is your boy Stefan, and today I'm giving you guys my top 10 beginner dinos for Ark Survival. A lot of new players are looking to start their new adventures. If you, like some, are testing out Ark Survival Evolved to see if you will like Ark Survival Ascended, here is my top 10 beginners list of dinos you have to tame. Number 1. The Parasaur. You've woken up on a strange beach. Weird dinosaurs are everywhere. Where do you get started? First of all, you have to collect some early game materials, rock, wood, thatch, and fiber. Find your first little kill, either a Lystro or a Dodo as they're the easiest, just to get yourself some hide. Now you need to craft a bola, wooden club, or a slingshot. Look around for low-level Parasaurs and throw your bola at it, and now you have it captured. And after you've hit it a few times with your club or some rocks, once it's unconscious on the floor, feed it some Meduberries, and in no time you have yourself your first tame. Kill more small dinos to get yourself a few more materials, and now you can make a saddle for your new friend. The Parasaur is a great first tame because it makes farming that little bit easier. It's good for farming more berries than you can by hand, and you can ride it over long distances, and it has a big, huge stamina pool and has some decent weight to it. And on top of all of that, you can also use weapons from its back. Number 2, the Dilophosaurus. So the Dilo is a small aggression-packed carnivore who's mostly overlooked, but they can serve to be a great pack buddy and an early game base protector from other small predators if leveled correctly. To tame a Dilo, it's quite easy. It's not completely necessary, but you can use a bola, and then after you use your bola, use your slingshot or a club to hit its head until it passes out. Watch out for its poisonous spit, because that just messes you up. Like if it hits you, you're done. Dilos are best when you tame them in pairs because they get a mate boost that makes them stronger. Early game, Dilos are mostly fodder, so make sure you level their HP as they can buy you some time to run away from big predators if you're being chased. Now you farm materials and build yourself a little beachside cottage and are wondering where can you go from here? Number 3, the Carbonemys, look, I didn't know how to say that, to be honest with you. This is a tanky turtle that also doubles as a tractor. While it's quite slow, the Carbo has a high durability and can swim with no oxygen bar. It's quite an easy tame as its speed lets you simply just walk back and hit it with your slingshot in the head. Like it's literally that easy. Remember, the lower the level of the dino, the quicker it will get knocked out and the faster it will tame up, but the weaker it will be stats wise. Number 4, the Triceratops or the Stegosaurus. In this video we're going to be taming the Triceratops as it's the one we found first. Either one of these can be tamed, they're literally the same way, it's literally the same. First, build a trap with foundations and doorways close to the trike or the stego you want to tame, then lure it into the trap. Depending on the level, it will take a little bit of a time to destroy wooden structures, so if you build a wooden trap, you are okay, you still have some time. Although these dinos are more useful as PvP dinos, if you know what you're doing for PvE, they're great farmers, less squishy than the Parasaur and a little bit faster than the turtle. And after the new TLC, the Stego is a mean badass with different spike modes to boost defense or harvest different type of resources. So if you can find a Stego before you find a trike, make sure to go try get that Stego. Number 5, the Dimorphodon. Even if you feel protected on your dinos, what if you get attacked off guard or on foot? That's where the Dimorphodon comes in. As you can sit one of these on your shoulder, and these little guys hit as hard as a T-Rex, like no word of a lie, they literally hit like a T-Rex. And if you tame lots of them, you can have a cloud of deadly little birds following you, and anything that tries to kill you will die almost instantly. And this is including alphas. But be careful, as if you attack one of them to tame it, any nearby Dimorphs will attack you, and when you get one, just make sure to always level up HP and melee, as that's what you need the most from them. Number 6, the Raptor. For your first rideable carnivore, the Raptor is a great choice. It's fast and deadly. Taming this guy requires a bola and some clobbering from behind. Raptors roam in packs usually, so be careful when you're knocking one out. Raptors are great cave dinos for early caves as they can jump and are pretty good at combat, but they do tend to be a little bit squishy, so always be careful. They also have a pin down ability for smaller dinos, or if you're doing PvP, they can do it to 2 players. Walk all your new tames back to your base so they're safe, and it's time for number 7, Pteranodon. It's time to take it to the skies, and your best and easiest chance of achieving this is with a Pteranodon. The PT is one of the fastest air dinos in Ark, and they're literally available on every map. Well, almost every map. There is a few exceptions. They're an easy knockout, and with prime meat or mutton, they're a very fast tame. The saddle for the Pteranodon are also very cheap to make, so if you've been collecting all that chitin, you're good to go. Pteranodons boast great airspeed and can pick up small dinos or players, which is only available in PvP or if you have tribe mates. They also allow you to scout for better base locations or to find dinos to tame from above, so you're less at risk of being killed by a dangerous dinosaur on the floor. So you're basically king of the skies until something big kills you again. Moving on to number 8, the Sarco. Sarcos are very underestimated dinos. I have used them from early game all the way to late game stages, and they're always very useful. For Sarcos, all you need is a 3x2 trap with ramps or stairs. If you're a little bit more advanced, you can use cheaper trap builds, but for your own safety, if you're a new player, use more costly but safer trap builds. Pop it with a few arrows once it's trapped, and chuck in some prime meat for a fast tame. Sarcos are one of the most versatile carnivores in the game, as on land they aren't the slowest. They're pretty fast, and they also have a very strong bite force and can grab small dinos in their jaws. In the water, Sarcos are one of the fastest sea dinos, as they have incredible swim speed and don't need an oxygen bar to survive while submerged. With a good saddle and some light breeding, Sarcos are a mean reptilian killing machine on land and in water. A big bonus is you can actually shoot off the back of a Sarco to make underwater tames that much easier. Having a Sarco early games allows for you to travel great distances using the waterways of the map, and takes away the need for you to make a raft early on in the game, which saves you a whole bunch of materials and time. Number 9, the Beelzebufo. Now you have your Sarco and can shoot off its back. This next dino, the Beelzebufo, is not a combat dino, it's more or less a very special dino because of one of its abilities. The giant frog can harvest insects and make one of the rarest materials in the game while it's harvesting, and that material is cementing paste. So venture towards any swamp region and you're sure to find some Beelzebufo. Find one you'd like to tame and lure it out of the water if possible, or if not, simply shoot arrows off it from the back of your Sarco that you do have, if you have a crossbow underwater. When you've tamed your Beelzebufo, you can either go to the swamp region to find insects, or simply go to one of the many insect caves and farm up to 15 times the amount of cementing paste you'll ever need. There are several insect caves on almost every map, and I swear to you, if you go into it with a Beelzebufo, you can come out with so much cementing paste, you ain't even gonna need to do cementing paste ever again, you feel me? You're welcome. And now for the final one, number 10. Hey, if you've made it this far in the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and tell me what you think about the video so far. Our last dino is going to be the Gigantopithecus. It's one of my favorite early game tames, as it doesn't require a saddle, and once you can venture close to the redwoods where they commonly spawn, it's a very straightforward tame, and all you need is meduberries and a dino for quick escape if you need it. Try to leave all your dinos away from the Gigantopithecus you want to tame, because you kind of don't want to spook it. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Kibble will definitely make this tame way faster, so if you have kibble, bring some along with you. The Gigantopithecus is a super versatile tame, as it can harvest berries, fiber, wood, and thatch. My favorite ability that this thing has is the fling ability, where this dude can throw you like 200 meters off his back. It's so fun, like you've gotta try it. The Gigantopithecus can also climb using zip lines, but that's a little bit more mid-game knowledge, and when you get there, you kind of want to look that up because it's very handy in caves. The most important ability of this dino is the fact that it can wear player-made helmets. This gives it way more durability compared to most dinos. All you need is a good helmet blueprint with high durability, and your Gigantopithecus is almost invulnerable. All you need to do is be very careful of Artipalera, because their spit will break your helmet and then you're back to being naked, you feel me? With this dino, you can explore a lot of the early game caves available to you, as the dino has a jump ability that comes in very handy, as you can jump over things in caves, gaps, spaces, lava, whatever it is. And when you breed this dino just a little bit, you have a dino that you can take to almost every single cave in any single map, and it will be a really strong, powerful tame when it has a mate boost and or when it has an imprint boost. The added durability also makes the Gigantopithecus a great tank in cases where there's a lot of mobs. So if you ever get swamped down by a lot of mobs at the same time, if you have a Gigantopithecus, you're probably gonna make it out of there alive. And to top it all off, its small size, where it's almost humanoid-like, lets it fit into almost all the caves on every map because it's so small, it can enter any caverns and cave entrances without the need of cryopodding. So that's it guys, that's my top 10 dinos that beginners should tame when starting or trying Ark Survival Ascended or Ark Survival Evolved. Let me know in the comments below what dinos you have added to your list. Like, what would you have added? Like, if you had to make a list, what dinos would you put on your top 10? And saying that, until next time y'all, don't forget to like and subscribe, and it's been your boy